The tools that we're gonna need are gonna be a pair of strippers, a screwdriver, and a pair of dikes. You definitely need something that's gonna tell you whether or not the power is live or when it's off. We're gonna stick one of the leads into the neutral slot, which is the larger of the two. And we're gonna stick the other lead into the hot slot, which is the smaller of the two. That shows you that we currently have power at 120 volts. So step one, we're gonna wanna go to the electrical panel and shut that off so that we can safely replace it.
The outlet is closest to the west bedroom, so we're gonna turn it off here. You know, a lot of times in these old panels, they're just not labeled, so it takes us a while to figure out what it is. Sometimes working together, one guy inside, one guy outside, either on our phones, just kind of going circuit by circuit, tracing those circuits out so we can know what they are, and then we'll put a label on it when we're done, just so the customer doesn't have to go through the process of elimination again.
Now that we know that the power is off, we can safely work on this receptacle. So the cover for this is held on by two little screws, typically a flathead screw that we can take off pretty quickly. Underneath that, the actual receptacle is held on by two longer screws. Once we get these screws removed, this receptacle should just pull out with the wires. So as you can see, we have 3 wires coming into the back of this receptacle. The black lead is the hot wire. The white lead is the neutral wire, and the bare copper lead is the ground wire for safety. We're gonna cut all 3 of these leads off of this receptacle. These strippers have multiple size ranges for different size wiring. We know that this is 12 gauge wire, which for these specifically is the second from the largest. We're gonna strip off enough of this so that we can make a small loop in the wiring for the new receptacle. It can accept 14 gauge wire to be stabbed into the back, but since our wire is rated at 20 amps and is a 12 gauge wire, we have to wrap it around these screws. So the breaker feeding this is rated for 15 amps, like this receptacle, even though it's fed with 12 gauge wiring. These screws are actually color coded based on which wire needs to be attached to them. The gold wire is the hot wire, or the live wire, which is our black. The silver screw is the neutral, which is our white wire. And the green screw is our ground wire. Now we're gonna put on the cover plate. The finishing touch is the screw up and down to match all the other screws in the home.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel for more new videos. Click on the bell to get notified the second we post new content, and we'll see you next time.